would you like the scenarios? Would you like the extra turn after game end trigger?
I have no idea what scenarios are.
Same here.
Maybe let's just figure out.
Let's try it again.
Okay.
All right.
I now have my plan.
I re-invited you, Hut One. You should have another invite.
There we go.
Right.
Yep.
So now let's talk through the game. So in the very beginning, you get an action, and you've got all your cards, and each card has a different action. Then you play your role, and your role is a card that goes into your hand, and then you now have that in your deck. The only problem with that is you can only, let me take a few steps back. So you do an action, and then you choose a role. And then when you choose a role, if there's a card left in that pile, that card is added to your hand, and it gives you one extra symbol. So if there's no colony cards left in the pile, you can still do colony, but you don't get that extra bonus by choosing the role itself.
Okay. Let's do this.
Hey, I'm a color so I can actually see.
I'm going to choose as my role. I already have one planet out there. I'm going to choose colony, because then I can execute the role with this extra card and have 2 tokens on my first planet. You can then choose to discard anything. I'm going to choose to discard those 2 cards.
Ah, man, this planet sucks.
So then you can choose to follow my colonized card, in which you can play your colony cards and get them on your planets, or you can choose to desist and get more cards in your hand. The only thing with you can't get any technology until you have a colony produced.
So if I follow, I would select my colony card and then execute roll.
Yep. And then you click on the planets you want to colonize. Yep. Right. And then the leader abilities are the only abilities that you can choose if you select the role. And then you see each card has a number of like an ability that says fertile or metallic or advanced or metallic. Those that determines what tech trees you go up.
Hey, drew my politics card.
And so, like, if you have 2 research in hand, you can hit the research roll to bump up to that 3 level.
Yeah, got my planet.
Now, how did you get your planet?
On one turn, someone played colonize, so I put 1 colony down. On my turn, I played a colony card and put another colony man down. And then I chose the leadership card so I could do as a leadership action to finish the colonization process.
Okay. So when do you get that leadership ability?
When you choose the role. So you get to
when
do
you're
the leader ability.
The leader rotates through each one of us.
Got it.
It's just your second action on your turn, basically.
So the survey card draws, as an action, it draws 2 cards.
Yep, and so you get more cards in your hand.
Right away.
Yep.
Yep. Which, if you then get something good and you can leadership action off of it, could probably be good.
What the hell? I'm telling you, my cards are like blinking.
Refresh
the page, browser maybe? Are you in?
I'm in Chrome.
So now you can select a role. So what does your hand look like?
I I got I got a politics, a research, a warfare, a produce, and a survey.
So, like, you could do the colony, and then because it's your leader action, you can settle your one planet.
Do I have to
You-
have a colony card?
No, you just have to choose the colony role. You don't need to because that's the leader action. But you also could have played colony as an action, and you can either settle, and you can settle a planet by doing that as well.
Got it.
Now you're going to have, because you chose it as the role, you're going to have one more colony card in your deck
Okay.
forever. So now you're going to be more heavily colony.
All right.
I'm going to dissent.
Also worth noting that it also makes the game short.
Yes, yeah. When you deplete two decks of rolls, the game's over.
So choosing to do it as your leader action increases the amount of colony cards in your hand, and also makes the game that much shorter.
Yes, that is correct. So I settled that planet, and then as my roll,
I guess that's the benefit of going later on in the turns. Because you guys had the opportunity to follow up and put cards down on your deck, on your planet, but going earlier, I can't do that, and I can't follow up, settle.
yeah, I think that's the annoying. That's why I was a little chagrined by going first, but I'm gonna do. I like the improved survey. I'm gonna take improved survey. Discard any cards from my hand. Yes, I'm going to discard those.
So you took an advanced technology card.
Yes, I took a technology card
Now do
because
you
I
have
had
to?
a bunch of tech in my hand.
Uh-huh. But I have to have the same number of
Three. You have to have
research.
3 technology to be able to get anything. 3
Yeah.
research cards in order to be able to do anything. And you have to have a planet as well settled.
But the tech cards, they only cost 1.
The
Correct?
tech cards, yes. They only, you have to choose it as a role in order to get it. I used my politic card on the first turn to pick up a research card so that I had that immediately.
Sorry, I was reading the name of the planet, which is great. Overlord Batzel's domain. It's like, isn't it? It's my empire, isn't it? It's not my name.
And so if you're the leader of a lot of these cards, you get a bigger bonus. Like for the survey one, you get to survey 1 additional card rather than following. It's kind of like it reminds me of like Twilight Imperium in that manner, that like one person has the primary action and then others follow up on that. Neither of these are colonize cost. All right, I want that one.
Let's see, what sort of action do I want to take here? I think I want to produce. And then I want to research. What am I going to do here? Got a lot of cool options. And I think that option is going to be warfare.
Improved warfare. Oh, and you got the one that's the science and warfare one.
Yeah.
Because each under each tech tree, there's a different layout of like which benefits they give you. Going to descent. So now you get your action. So that's where you get to play one card's action. And then you'll be able to follow it up by choosing a role, and that's where you get to play a lot of cards of the same type.
Okay. All right, and I get to select a technology. Does it cost you the research cost every time when you go to use like one of these?
No. They just go into your hand. Bobo, how you doing, little kitty? Our cat has been just destroying one of our plants.
Oh, really?
Been really unfortunate. Yeah. Just absolutely just demolishing. We got a really nice plant, and he's just like trying to absolutely kill it. Every day we come out, and there's like another leaf that's fallen.
I guess he's just really into it.
Yeah, he's really into it.
The thing with research is it's really hard to like follow up on it if you're not the leader, especially early.
Yeah, which I think is it's an advantage to going first. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Adding colonies to Echo Rose.
So you wouldn't want to add colonies to a planet already.
You can't add colonies to those planets. You guys can't. The only like you guys can't physically add colony cards. What role are you going for, Theta?
I guess I'll go with that one. I was looking for more warfare-oriented stuff, but
Yeah.
I guess survey has no point being in my hand when it's not my turn. Be right back.
All right.
And just everybody choosing research, leaving me out of the fun. What a
We're
research heavy
intentionally
game.
we're trying to rob you. I think research is like a key thing. I'm gonna dissent though.
What card am I gonna play? I can play a lot.
It's a real pain in the ass when you discard a card and get the same card back.
I'd
Yeah,
love
yeah.
to have more planets so I can actually survey. And I'm not going to be in a good position for anything here, huh?
There's an interesting mechanic for like knowing what's in your draw pile and then discarding cards so that you can just get things refreshed.
Yeah, tell you what, I'm just going to go ahead and trade as an action because that's nice and simple. Then I'll go ahead and survey right now. That gets me a couple planets to choose. Which one do I want? Yeah, I think we gotta go with this one. And then I get to discard, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put this back in the deck for now.
All right. I forget that you have an action as well before me. I thought I was going right after Griffin. All right, he's producing. He's producing. Now, what role are you going for?
So if you survey, I mean, what does that do? That gives you the ability to look.
Yeah, it gives you pull up, the number of survey cards you invest. You look at those cards and you choose one of those planet cards to keep.
And when you discard, they go into your discard deck, right?
Yep.
All right.
You're surveying. I'm going to dissent. You put me in a sticky wicket, my friend. Play an action. What else do I got? I got that. My action, I want to be. Yeah, I think I want to do produce trade. Trade that resource in. Then for my role, I'm going to. Oh no, I don't have enough to just colonize, so I'm going to do warfare. Discard down to your hand size. Doing that. And we're good.
Let's see. I think if I follow your warfare, do I get 2 fighters off my card, or only as an action? I
It
think only as
depends
an
on if your
action.
card has 2 fighters. If your card has 2, that's only an action from your improved
Yeah.
warfare.
I might do it anyway, just because I get to do it now, which makes sense.
I'm dissenting.
Conscientious dissenter. You don't like fighting? You're in the wrong galaxy.
I don't have a warfare card, so so I kind of can't.
At least it only goes back into the deck, so if I did fish it out again, I could at
Yeah.
least play it again.
Right.
There's not too much of a delay.
Thank you. Alright. So, help me out here. So what visually shows that a planet has a trade good already produced on it? Because it doesn't seem to actually change visibly.
You see
If
how
you
they
look at
have
the
little
card,
you see how they have little
there's a little
icons
thing-
on them? If you can't see the icon because it's covered by like a hockey-shaped
a
meeple,
token.
yeah.
Yeah.
That means that they are like sorry, Dennis's planet has a an iron already occupied. Nobody else's has anything on it.
Okay, I see. It kind of blends in, and that's why I was missing it. Thanks. In which case, though, it looks like it's time to add that hockey puck. And then I get to choose a thing. I'm going to choose Warfare.
Warfare!
Give me more cards.
I dissented. Not interested in that war nonsense.
War, what's it good for?
I decided to trade, get a point. And I'll settle that planet.
Very cool.
Mhm.
Nice.
Hey, you're in the lead. You're winning. You did it. You did it.
Oh my gosh, I thought I was
Mom,
like at
get
one
the
point.
camera.
Yes. Take a picture. This is it. All right, I'm done. I'm signing out, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.
Why? What are we doing tomorrow?
Game over.
we peaked. We peaked.
Oh, colonize, follow, descent.
Follow. Oh, execute roll and then click button. There we go. Too fast.
I may
Too
play
good at
an
this game.
action. I must play a role. I guess research it is. Oh. Cancel. Research. What technology would I like? I would like. Seems like people are getting pretty warfare like, but getting research and colony seems like a good idea. Discard any cards. Yep, discard these guys.
Oh, I think I know why I had so many survey cards last round. It's because I think I was the only one who chose the survey leadership role.
Yep.
Oh, dang, I clicked the wrong button. I meant to follow. And because of that, I'm the only one who got plans. And now I'm going to have to do it again because none of you are choosing it either.
Well, I mean, Dennis is the only one that has both planets already surveyed. I mean,
Mhm.
colonized.
Yeah.
So, what's the point of getting more planets if you're not going to finish them?
So you can have them and fill the tracks and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it's no point score to it. Basically, you're wasting your turn.
More planets.
More planets. Give
Man,
me
I wish I could reverse my decision.
Hmm.
Yeah, me too. I would go back at least, I don't know, 30 years.
What, just decide not to come out of the womb, that is?
I'm older than 30 years old, Griff.
I mean, alright, so you want to relive that one day in preschool.
I'm older than that.
I actually do
just-
not know your exact age, so I'm going to keep on guessing until I get it right. You want to go
Kindergarten,
back in
first
time
grade,
and
second
warn
grade,
people
third grade,
about
fourth grade.
Vietnam.
Ooh, you've got a warfare one.
Very cool. Alright, I have to actually click follow this time on the things that I want to do. Oh, but I don't have enough. I need to. Well, so descent. Ooh. Ooh, tricky. Tricky.
Oh, Descent! Down with you and your ideas.
I will actually use a survey card of all things. And then I'll follow it up with research.
No one saw that coming.
And I'm
Blindsided
going to
us.
have even more warfare. In the future, there's only war.
There.
And I'll...
So the tech cards you can just play. You don't have to.
Yep.
You don't require anything additional. That's the benefit of
Nope.
them, right?
Well, they're basically just cards with more icons on them. So, like, I have improved colonize with a warfare and a colony symbol. I can play it as either a colony or a warfare.
Mhm.
So it's basically one card that fits two different categories. So instead of having to, like, look for your warfare cards, you can look for other cards. Sorry. Damn it! I dissent against your research and draw a research card.
I know, that's what happened to me too. I was like, no, now I want research.
I had 3 and I just clicked the wrong button because I'm dumb.
All right, what are you doing over there, Mister in second place?
Look at that. What am I doing?
Oh,
I have like no
look at
cards,
that.
so. Uh,
If you have a survey card, that'll let you draw 2 cards, or 3
Right.
if you have improved survey.
What about a research? What would that do?
A research allows you to remove cards from your deck. So if you want your deck to be more efficient because you've got a lot of research things, then that's what that's helpful for.
But as a tech, you could pick up additional cards, right? Or do they all require at least 3 research?
They all require at least 3.
No. Hmm.
Yeah, I've got a tough decision. You got to roll. What roll are you going with? What do you got? What 3 cards do you have in your hand?
I had 3 tech cards, so now I
Oh.
got to pick a tech.
Ah. Well, so then for your roll, you have to select research, and then it'll pull
That's
up
what I
all
did.
the
Yeah.
options. Yep.
I'm taking like way too much time.
That's okay.
No, rush, make bad decisions quickly. Duh.
Improve colonize. I don't know. Improve warfare. What do I want to do? I'll take an influence card. Why not?
Oh, now I get research. Follow that up. Whoop. What research would I like? There's so many options, so many cool options, so many things that are necessary. Improved warfare.
So it seems like this time the number 1 tech is card is research this time instead
Yep.
of colonization.
Discard any cards. Yep, I'm gonna discard that guy.
There's only 3 research cards left.
Yeah. But you can still research doing other actions.
Right.
Again, it
I
just
have
ends the
to
game earlier. The more cards we run out of.
I'll dissent. Damn it.
Oh, follow is colonize. I've got to dissent. There's but what action here. I also had the thing where I got really lucky last time, and I got 3 fertile planets just luckily, but now I'm having it's not going as good this time.
Let's get some more planets on the board. I'm gonna choose you. And oh, I don't even have to discard anything. Nice.
Ah, this is nice.
I guess I'm dissenting here.
I'm going to follow. So I gain an alien world. Okay. Proof production. Nice.
So let's see. I think next week we're planning on Secret Hitler, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what we're playing next Sunday.
Now I actually watched the
Nice.
video on that one, and I think I mostly understand it. But it is also a 3-rule game, so it
Yeah.
is interesting. Like in terms of like Mafia-esque games where you have the hidden faction against everyone else, it is it seems more like everyone is trying to take a pick of like 2 people to test against each other to see what happens.
Yeah.
Rather than just, like pointing fingers at random. There's actual like evidence that builds up, and that's nice.
Also, don't vote for Hitler.
Never.
Do you have to play with a German accent, or can you just kind of
It's highly encouraged.
sweet?
Well, I
it's
mean,
necessary.
maybe an Austrian accent?
Drunk Physics just joined. Who wants to explain what this game is?
I'm done doing that. It's on one of you people.
Yes.
Eminent Domain is a game about colonizing the galaxy, getting planets, and earning victory points by having more planets, getting more research, or building a bunch of trade goods. You play them out as cards. Every turn, we play a card from our hand as an action, and then choose a card from the decks down here to do a special action, which lets us play many cards from our hands. What's it like? I don't know. Dominion?
It's yeah, I would probably Dominion. It's kind of it reminds me of Roll for the Galaxy.
It's a little bit of a deck builder. You have a preset number of cards you get, and then you add cards to your hand as you choose stuff. Oh, leadership. Yes. What do I need to do for leadership?
So Theta, did you read Mein Kampf?
No, it was a real struggle.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
It's a very large book.
No, I've seen it at Barnes and Noble.
Really?
Yeah. When I used to work at Target, I would spend my time there for like an hour after work, just reading books. I thought about reading it, but I didn't think there was much point in it.
Yeah.
Historically, it's only inspired fascism. So, I mean, do I really care about Hitler's struggle at this point?
He said he's Austrian, so he's not German. Like Adolf Hitler's Austrian. So I just thought that maybe he read Mein Kampf, My Struggle. That's all. That's why I went that way.
And we're playing Secret Hitler next Sunday. I'm not Jewish, but because I'm Jewish on my father's side, which means I'm not it's only passed down on your mother's side, being Jewish.
Chosen survey. I dissent.
I mean, either way, it's just the name of the game. It has nothing to do with... It's no different than Mafia or Werewolf or anything like that.
There's a variant of it
That's
out there
true.
called Secret Dio, which is a little more palatable in that it's not a bunch of Germans.
Is it? Because isn't Dio a rapist?
I don't think he ever actually does anything
He
in
forces
the series.
He forces himself upon a woman.
He does.
Are you talking
He
about
does
Dio
it for
the
a
singer,
kiss,
like
and
in
he
the
does it
band Dio?
specifically to spite someone else.
Does it matter that if you
But he's
assault
only a vampire.
I don't think it
otherwise.
matters if you assault a woman if it's because it's to spite someone else or not. It's
Okay,
still...
but there's the difference. You said rape, and it's like, no, I don't think he ever actually forced it.
Okay, he sexually assaulted a woman.
There you go. That's the difference. See, he did do that.
What Dio are we talking about here?
Dio from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh,
and
I thought you meant the Dio from the band Dio.
Is that who you were talking to? Because that's who I was
What?
thinking. you were
No,
talking
no,
about.
it's not who I was talking about. I just thought it'd be funny to make a joke about the Holy Diver.
Boop.
I hate
There we
JoJo. JoJo's a dumb show.
Of course it is. That's why it's fun to watch.
I literally, one of my friends who kept trying to get me to watch JoJo, who I'm actually honor bound to watch at some point because they watched all of Sword Art Online and a deal that we made that I've not followed through on.
Oh yeah, the
I'm
music is
glad
great.
you haven't followed through.
I linked them a video about you should skip a lot of JoJo's. It has little asterisks, with a JoJo fan to guide you.
It takes a hard turn into a completely different series that just happens to have the same name and keeps the history. But
Look, it's not my fault then. If they
But
couldn't,
the first two are basically Castlevania, and if you like that, watch that.
I only got through one season of Castlevania, not because it was bad, because it just didn't stick with me.
Yeah, so if that doesn't jive with you, skip the first two seasons. Everyone tells you what the backstory is anyway.
So there's the problem there, is that I'm not going to watch a show where it's incentivizing me to skip seasons.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. There's two different animes here, and if you don't like one, because we've just declared you did, maybe you like the other one because you like weird people with ghost powers punching each other.
Look, here's the
Which
thing.
is a completely different, qualitative difference.
Here's the thing. If you don't like Sword Art Online, right, I'm not going to go off and say, hey, you should probably watch Sword Art Online Alternative, because if you didn't like Sword Art Online, you're going to love the spin-off series.
Right, but are they, completely different, animes entirely? Do they take hard right turns off of each other?
I mean, sort of. One is really
it's hard
about
to think
a
of another
machoist.
example of that.
One's a real
honestly.
one about a sexual machoist sort of thing with an abusive, side relationship going on, and it's still in the Sword Art Online universe. So it's sort of maybe.
I would actually disagree with you, Drunk Physics. I disliked the first season and then liked the second one. Or, I guess, the latter half of the first season. I don't know how that's actually split.
I mean, I'm going to side with you. I hate all of you people that don't like all of Sword Art Online. You're not true fans.
It's not that I hated it. It's just that I thought it had, problems with, pacing and information that it gives.
Well, it's because they're all based on light novels, and the light novels, this is all flashbacks for the main character. They're not in pacing, right? Because there is no pacing to the story, you have somebody in the current who's remembering.
So it's adapted poorly. Is what
Yeah,
you're saying.
well, it's not adapted poorly. It's just adapted. They're telling the story of a now that only exists to the main character as memories of the past. There is, I hope they make this into an anime. There is the manga series goes into, I'm not doing research, called Sword Art Online Progressive, which is reset from way back at the start of everything, even before they get into the game, and it's doing the whole timeline exactly as it happens instead of going back. Instead of going back as a memory, okay, we're going to skip 3 or 4 floors because the light novel doesn't say anything about it. They're starting from before the game, and they're just going on through. That's why it's called Sword Art Online Progressive, because it's progressing the entire way, showing the whole story.
Okay. But yeah, like, I think what I said to Theta before, like when we were talking about, is the original MMO they play isn't that like mechanically or lore-wise interesting, but then they switch over to Elfheim, and it's like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. Why don't they have like the whole season here?
Elfheim is dumb.
And then it goes away.
As
and
a
it
game,
even has like
as a
interesting
game,
plot twists too. And I'm just like, okay, cool. I'd love to have stayed here longer, but we stayed over here longer.
Also,
oh well.
Elfheim is based on the engine of Sword Art Online, so it's literally just the same game with other shit added on top of it.
Exactly.
Do you know what
works better because it has that twist as well.
Do you know what the engine name in Sword Art Online is called?
I forgot.
Cardinal. It's the Cardinal engine. The same thing that runs. Well, it's the same thing that runs the other game. So you research again. Fuck you.
Are you saying we could have an Ironclaw MMO?
Kind of did already.
Dang it! I still can't research. Everyone's
That
taking all the research.
Skodos.
There was
Skodos
an
had
Ironclaw MMORPG.
I mean, it wasn't MMO, and it was
There's
an
like
RPG.
There's like a MUD out there, I think.
Descent. Yes.
Well, I mean, I'm
like
not
a full 3D graphics.
I'm not here to
MMO.
agree with you, Junk Physics. I mean, we can.
I'm in the weird position where I haven't watched almost any anime. Like the only anime I've watched is when Lunella watches like some Bleach, and like I'll see an episode here or there. Like so I.
Oh yeah,
have
the really
such
long
very
running
limited
ones
knowledge.
where you try to put yourself in the middle of like season 5, episode 283, and you just have no context for what's going on anymore.
Yeah, I've watched even less than you there, Eli. I haven't watched any.
I mean, I liked Bleach up to a certain point, and then I stopped watching it.
I think I followed like the first season of it where like it was semi-constrained in what it was doing, and then like most of like the shonen battle anime stuff, it just added more and more stuff. So it's like, okay, I want to come back and watch a little bit of this. I have no idea what's going on.
I mean, at this point, I just watch whatever Kenpachi fight scenes I come across, because Kenpachi was the only reason I was following the show after that.
Descent. Come on, man.
No, Warfare. This is the one time I don't have any Warfare cards. Descent.
Man. I have so many options, and you guys picked none of them. I hate you all.
I was building up. I was building up to take that planet through Warfare.
I can tell.
So now I have double survey bonus and a handful of survey. So there you go, guys.
Yeah, I've got double production and double research and 1 colony bonus.
I mean, the last anime that I watched was Tower of God, because I was reading the Tower of God manhwa for like 10 years, so I basically had to.
I can't produce more than 1 resource on a planet at a time.
And before that, it was Ascendancy of a Bookworm, because I had to, because that was just such a heartwarming anime.
No answer on that?
What?
You can only produce 1 resource on a planet at a time.
Unless you have more than
yes,
produce.
Unless the planet has more than 1 production.
Alright, so the best thing to do is to do this then. And now I have to discard down, and I'm going to choose that. There we go.
I thought about watching Vinland Saga, but I did not. I mean, it's still out there, so it's not going away. I mean, the best manhwa I've ever read, which I guess is the equivalent of manga, so was either The Breaker or Tower of God. Although Breaker New Waves is so much better than Breaker, but you gotta read Breaker to know what the hell's going on in Breaker New Waves, because it is very much will go over your head.
Gosh, what was the last anime I watched? Oh, right. I just ended up watching Steins Gate like a couple weeks ago.
Oh man, Steins Gate was so good back in the day.
It's so good. There's a couple of parts where I'm like, all right, this doesn't hold up like 10 to 15 years later, but the main plot and the way people interact is incredibly fun and good. I really loved it.
Is Afro Samurai, is that anime?
Yeah, it is.
I mean,
I
it's-
think it's like a classic.
It's animated,
point.
but it's... Oh wait, Afro Samurai. Sorry, you said Afro Samurai, and I thought Samurai Champloo.
I think that would also count, honestly.
The Breaker is basically if you like seeing a kid get beat up all the time, and that's like his superpower, is that he's really good at getting beaten up.
Now, do I have to, if I want to execute settling a planet, do I need more than one colony card to do it?
You just need one.
To do
if
what?
You,
Yeah, you just need one.
But you have to have
finish
all
the
the-
colonization process.
To finish the colonization process, but you need all 5. If I'm looking at what you're thinking of, you need all
Yeah.
5 colonies on there first, and then you need to colonize the planet.
So
Yeah,
then
and
I can just put them all on there, and I can just execute the roll, right?
You would need to
Yep.
colonize all the planets during during your turn, and then you would need to have the action to colonize the planet. Tends to be that you need to put all the colonies on there first, and then you need to put to colonize it on a different action.
Thank you. Ugh. I'll say done. Yes.
Man, on any given colony turn, I have 2 free automatic surveys. I mean, not colony. I mean survey turn.
Yeah.
I only have 8 points. Damn it! Come on.
Play an action.
I am
My
the Machine
action will
Empire.
to-
oh, we're almost at the bottom of the research pile, huh?
Yeah, we're almost at the bottom.
Also of the colonize pile. If you guys keep going for planets and research, I'm gonna win the game.
You know, the planets will recycle.
No, colony. I
Planets
said
recycle.
colony. There's only one
yeah.
colony
Oh,
card
yes.
left and one research card left. If you guys keep
That's
going on
very
the
true.
path you're going, I will win the game. Just
What are you
throwing that out
actually
there.
getting the points off of here?
Planets. I have 4
Okay.
colonized planets. And they're all
Yeah.
metallic, too.
Nice.
So if I decide to go for research, try to get a 7 tech card, which is impossible, by the way, so don't count on it happening.
I mean, I could get like a 5.
No, me, I'm saying.
Uh,
I have
no,
I have the
see.
2 research cards I started with, and no research bonuses. So,
I just need people to survey planets, and I'll be in the same business as you, honestly.
well, he just did. Plus, I have 3 survey cards
I
in hand,
surveyed.
plus a 2 survey bonus, so I can get a 4 planet draw to look at on my.
Mhm.
If I just follow him up, which I probably will.
Yep.
So what does that mean? You get new cards?
No, just gonna look at the planets, and then choose
Yeah,
one.
you can only
Yeah.
get new planets by someone doing the leadership action. So in this case, I'll get mine.
By the way, nothing hidden here. The one that I got, another metallic, but it's also another survey, which means it's a +3 survey bonus if I settle this thing.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a nice. Having that is it's nice because then you could just get rid of all of your you could get rid of all of your other cards. Like you could get rid of all your survey cards at that point.
Okay.
All right, that's
Can
enough.
you move your colonies from one planet to another?
No, not as far as I
No.
know.
Interesting.
Well, I have
Just-
enough fighters to take that planet now on my next turn, but my problem was that all I had left in my hand was a warfare and a colonize. It's like, well, I don't want to colonize the 5 colony world when I could warfare it up.
Yup. In which case, however, I will go ahead and choose to trade. And I'm going to actually finish up this world, because I've just been sitting on it for a while.
And you've just finished off the colonize, which means next person to
Yep.
research ends the game.
Yep. Well,
So
the next
why would I-
person that researches without, yeah, but you'll have to do research by clicking the roll.
I do
Yep.
enjoy the
Yep. That's
idea
dangerous.
of
So
you
why would I
ending.
want to?
Sorry, go ahead.
Why would I want to colonize on this? Would this give me like if I have 2 colonize, can I colonize that planet or no?
You would fill
Yeah,
up
you
the
can- you
5
can put
slots,
those
but then
2,
you
yep.
would need the final card to actually make the colony. You've got to put the number of colony cards equal to the value that's on the back of the card on there, and then use a final colony card to colonize it. But those are 2 different actions: placing colonies on it and colonizing it.
Yep.
So I could put 1 on there.
You're in your... Oh, you're reacting to him? Yeah. Or you could put as many as colony cards you have in your hand. So if you have 2 in your hand, you could put 2 more down on that, and then when it comes to your turn again, you could use a colony card to colonize it, make it an actual planet.
You discovered any new games recently, Drunk Physics?
I don't know that they're still here. Also, was that
Maybe.
the same guy as
Maybe out,
before that
maybe
was
out.
shitting on all the games that you like?
A little bit, I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he is still
Yes,
here.
man.
Yeah, but
You tried talking behind his back, and now they're here.
I can't talk behind someone's back. There's a verbal, visual record of anything I say.
I'm just wondering if you found any new games that interest you. So.
And other people just still not done figuring out if they want to colonize stuff.
Well, it's
I thought my
Eli.
turn's been long over.
Want a dissent? All right.
I'll dissent. Oh shit. Dissent. Get colonized cards, of course. That's the way this works.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if you've discovered any new games recently since the last time we talked. Like
Pandemic.
anything on Kickstarter or any new games, but Pandemic
What's the
Season 0.
difference
Okay.
between since Season 0?
Love Letter Infinity. Interesting.
Well, see, I
I
love
don't think I've ever heard of Love Letter Infinity.
I prefer my love letters to end. I don't want the never-ending story of love letters.
Never ending story. Man, that was a fun movie.
It was. I like the concept of the fantasy world being an actual world, and the more people don't
Mhm.
imagine
You
shit.
design your own games. Okay.
That was sweet.
That's cool. On the side, or do you work with any company, or do you go to things like KublaCon? Do you ever set them up in any contests? Going to dissent.
So many,
Tabletop sim.
so many colonists in my hand, though. There we go. I got another warfare. Ironically, dissent against a colony again, and I got the only research that I've done, which also happens to have a colony on it. I wonder if it's weighted.
Yeah, that's a good question. What could
Vector
I do?
War.
Tabletop Simulator, the one thing Eli doesn't have.
Vector Wars. Check that out.
It's on Tabletop Simulator.
I have,
You literally
I've really
cannot.
been. I'm gonna do colony. Why
It
do I not
sounds
have?
familiar.
This is weird because I've got a bunch of colony cards in my hand, but I've got the card Fertile Ground that says symbols, colonize, produce, research.
Mm.
But when I do like the colony one, I only have as many colony cards as I click for. What the heck? It's stupid.
All right, now this isn't the board game I was thinking about, so I haven't played it before. I was thinking of another board game, which was basically like a squad-based military simulator via deck, and it was really strange and awkward because it made you think you had choices, but you don't.
Oh, kind of like the firefighter game.
That might be it.
Every fighter is like a card, but you also have a board, and you're trying to put out the fires and rescue the people in the buildings.
Oh, I don't remember that, but yeah, kind of.
I mean, it's basically squads because your squads of firefighters with cards based on what your firefighters do and everything. But you also have a fire that's spreading throughout a building randomly.
I think this means I already count as having a colony on there, so I'm just going to put 4 cards. And
Annoyingly, I now have enough colonizing to be able to colonize this world.
just colonize it immediately. That's annoying.
Well, not immediately, but I mean, it would take all of the cards in my hand. You know what?
Yeah.
Why not? Oh, wait, no. Never mind. That would be if... Wait, did I click them all? 1, 2, 3, 4. Screw it, no. I'll just send in... There we go. Another warfare card, finally.
Is that what you were looking for?
Well, I have the bonuses for warfare and survey. So basically, if there was a narrative to what I've got going on here... Hold on. I'll skip an action.
Skips their action phase.
Wow.
Wow. Jumping him up. Oh. A bunch of fighters. All right. Drunk Physics is hopping out for 5 minutes. So if you want to shit on him, you can.
I don't care. You could always zoom back and hear me shitting on anybody.
Yeah, that's true. He's
really, I got no filter. Yeah, I messed up.
I lure you into a false sense of security.
I meant to attack, and apparently I clicked on the thing that would just build more fighters, because I already had enough fighters to take the world.
Ah, dang.
I understand that struggle.
However, what I can do is just go ahead and attack this finally.
And in my defense, I did not shit on him. I asked him if he was shitting on the games that you liked. Which, if
That's
not
true,
true, all you had to say was no, and he did say no. So,
Yep.
I could theoretically end the game right now and tie with you, Theta, I think.
You would not tie with me.
Because he has more fighters.
Yeah, the fighters count as points, apparently.
Oh.
To my understanding.
I think the fighters count as, not as points, but as
Tiebreakers.
tiebreakers.
Right.
So, I guess my question is there a research card that actually gets me victory points here?
Well, I mean, you could just not end the game. That would also ensure that you wouldn't just lose right now.
Oh,
yeah.
So it's total fighters plus resources. And Griffin, if you can afford a 5 technology or a 7 tech, then that'll give you points.
Also, want to point out though that we did turn on the one last round thing, didn't we?
No, we didn't.
No, did we not?
I don't think we did.
I thought that was the thing we specifically did.
I might have. I don't know how to tell. I thought I did.
It's real tempting. I could just snatch it up right now.
No, I did not. I did not turn it on. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Well, either way, it's up in the air. You could gamble on possibly winning right now, or possibly spelling your own doom. It's a gamble. Though, if you do leave it to one more turn, I will assure you I will earn more points. So...
Yeah, so I need to not draw, basically.
You can gamble on right now having the same score as me and possibly earning yourself more points while also ending the game and winning, maybe, or going another round and me earning more points.
Yep.
Or the triple gamble that possibly the thing could still be on that we all get one more turn.
All right,
It's
here
not
we
on.
go.
It's not on. I checked.
And
Eli's
Dennis
lying,
is
though.
sitting on something, and he's going to beat everybody.
All right, so the
Hey, he could be
5.1s
sitting on
are
something fat.
all 2.
It's not impossible.
Absolutely
Dennis
not.
is sitting on
Yeah.
3 influence right now. They could conceivably produce and extract.
Yeah, he could settle a planet, and then that could give him 3, and then he could trade and get a bunch more. Oh, he bought
There
the
we go.
Weapon Emporium. You may trade fighters as if they are resources. That's
Oh,
awesome.
This is
That
the
would
last.
be handy beforehand.
I think I understand it now when it says this is the last round. Our choice to dissent or agree being a
The
round.
last.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, I guess you would win in this case.
Unless you can get a technology.
I can't. It's a shame. I was doing the best I've ever done this round. I came across a combo that was working for me. Oh, what I was saying before, my narrative here is apparently that I have planets that are just scouring the galaxy for more planets, and I have planets building fighters. Because I got warfare and survey.
Yeah,
You're like
there's
this
nothing I
advanced
could
military
do.
suddenly coming out, and then I pop out of nowhere and go, I got a market.
Oh, huh. It looks like there's another action going on here.
Ooh.
In which case, if it is
Oh.
another round and not just another
No, it
turn...
says extra turn after game end trigger off.
So maybe we did have it on.
Oh, because you were the last person in the turn order
Ah.
the last time. But
Oh
since,
yeah, that's right. The next person gets to do their full round.
So it
You,
won't
you
come
feeling
back
like
to me,
you feeling
but
like
it'll
some
give-
warfare, Dennis? Dennis, you feeling like some warfare?
Yeah, but you
I
wouldn't
don't
be
have
able
a
to
warfare
attack off
card.
that.
I don't care.
He's trying to get you to help win the game.
I don't care. Give me some warfare. I want to end with as many warships as
Come
possible.
on, Dennis. Markets.
He's already colonized. It doesn't matter.
Okay, I see how it works. Yeah, if you have a colonize symbol, it doesn't count as you having, like, every time you add a card, it counts as you having a, it already counts as you having one on every single card.
I was so
Okay.
close.
That
Literally,
did it.
like, I think I would have won had I not screwed up my last turn and I got more ships instead of attacking the planet and taking it like I was going to.